Hi, I'm Jonathan Fold. Welcome to Behind the Scenes at DirecTV, where we explore customer experience.
How do you know if your programs are successful or if they're working?
We always know typically after something has gone into production, did we hit the mark as a company? Did it achieve the outcome that we want? The more challenging question is, as we are executing a project or a program, how do you know that you're on track and that you're on track to delivering the right thing? We do it through a couple of different mechanisms. One is early identification of risks. We do what are called pre-mortems at the beginning of our project. So these are things where we come in with the business and key IT stakeholders and say, what are the things most likely to derail us, right? So it's a brainstorming exercise at the very beginning, and that way we can monitor those risks throughout the life cycle of the project. Where are we relative to these? Are there new risks that are emerging that we are now concerned about, maybe more than something else? I think the other mechanism that we use quite often is kind of an initial or various levels of rollout. So you might deploy a foundational capability, see how the customer, the technician, the agent reacts to it, come back, develop the next, and iterate based on your foundational capability. So these are all mechanisms that we can use to say, make sure that we're steering the boat in the right direction to where ultimately, after all the spend is done, after the project is complete and delivered, we've hit that intent that the business wanted to achieve.
All of these efforts are for the customer.
That's right.
But why? Why do we have to focus on that?
Oh, that's an excellent question. So I think that goes back to our market and our industry. And as an industry and a market, we're maturing. So where before we were scrambling to get new subs and to grow our subscriber base because that's where it was at. Now we've grown as far as we can, and we're literally horse trading between Verizon, AT&T, everybody is just shuffling back and forth. And we have the added threat that now with over the top and kind of the new millennial age where they don't necessarily watch television in front of a TV, they watch it on their mobile, their computer. They're cutting the cord from our major providers like us, like Comcast, like Fios and Uverse, and they're piecing together their television or viewing entertainment experience. And so when you're at that point, the competition to hold on and maintain loyal, valuable customers becomes essential. And that's really what the shift in focus was. Now it's about how do we maintain customer loyalty for life with the highest value subscribers that we can. People that are going to give back to us, that are going to promote, and that are going to be our greatest sources of revenue. And so customer experience really is our major kind of strategic effort to drive that and improve the customer experience, creating that loyalty for life.
What advice would you give to a new CXIT team member to be successful within your organization?
Number one is be resilient, keep thinking forward. Oftentimes, because of the approach that we take, you're faced with points of failure. And it's really important that you don't take that personally. You think about it as a learning opportunity. Okay, that didn't work. What is going to work? And always be looking for that opportunity to improve. I think the other thing I would say is we want your mind. We want your best thinking. Don't be afraid to bring ideas to the table, to be creative and challenge the status quo. If the process that you're working through doesn't seem to make sense for what you're trying to deliver, question it, appropriately, but question it. So I'm looking for people who are really willing and ready to kind of challenge the status quo, bring their best thinking, put themselves in the shoes of the customer, and work together and collaborate really strongly both within IT and with our business partners to achieve that result.
Where do you see CXIT in a few years?
When I first got involved in customer experience, I immediately started thinking, as IT, we're going to have to really shift thinking and operating about the customer. With this focus on customer experience, it is really enterprise-wide, and it's about saying, what you are doing at that first interaction with the sales agent all the way through the customer's first 120 days, their installation experience, their subsequent service experiences. Each one of those impacts and creates customer loyalty and ensures that we have that higher net promoter score. IT, I think, plays a crucial role in that because our systems, the systems we build, like enable everything that happens within that flow and within that customer experience. And I think what I would like to see us evolve into is that value-added partner where we're at the table, not just hearing and reacting to strategy, but influencing strategy, saying, this is where you want to go. Here's how technology can enable you and actually help generate projects, vision, and ideas that the business can kind of take a hold of and move forward with.
Thank you so much for talking with us, Kristin.
You're welcome. My pleasure.